So let's jump right into the actual platform within Cinzy to see how our remote patient monitoring functionality works. This is our virtual care platform, and as a staff member, as a clinician within the patient's profile, I can view the latest vitals update for that patient within the specific monitoring section. So, as I mentioned, we capture blood pressure, oxygen level, heart rate, temperature, weight, and glucose. If a patient was in an abnormal range that I had set, they would be highlighted in a yellow banner directly here. So for the patient, I am now logged in as patient James Cook. This is the Cinzy Care Connect application. And I could have specific reminders that will be texted or emailed to me. Okay, so I can set up reminders up to 4 times a day that will be received via text or email, 8 a.m., noon, in the afternoon or evening. A patient would then click on that reminder and be brought directly to the application. In the top right in the patient's profile picture, a patient would need to pair and connect a device for the first time. I already have several devices paired for my thermometer, my blood pressure, heart rate, and weight. I'm going to go ahead and pair a Bluetooth pulse oximeter that I have today. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that directly. I then have two options. Since I'm on an Apple phone, I have the ability to pair a device directly through Apple Health. If I was on an Android device, whether that was a tablet or an Android smartphone, we do have an integration with Google Fit as well. So any third-party applications can pair directly through Apple Health or Google Fit into Cinzy Care Connect. We're going to go ahead and pair this Bluetooth pulse oximeter today just directly via Bluetooth. So I'm going to turn the device on, and it's automatically going to pop up on my screen, and I'm just going to pair it. And once it's paired, that is it for the patient. It is permanently paired to that device. So then if I did want to take a oxygen level reading, for instance, I'll just go ahead and place the pulse ox on my finger, and I will go ahead and take a reading once it flashes across the device. And as you can see, 99 oxygen level and heart rate around 90 and 93, and you can see it bounce around in real time. So I'm just going to hit confirm reading. And once I confirm a reading, it's going to disappear for me off my task list as a patient. That is all the patient's really responsible for. They need to pair it for the first time, and then they'll get automated reminders based on that specific patient on when they need to take a specific vital readings. We've seen clients across the country focus on specific conditions. For instance, population of CHF patients might receive a reminder daily at 8 a.m. that they need to weigh themselves on their Bluetooth scale or take their pulse. Whatever measurements that you want to send to that patient, you can send automated reminders. Within our enterprise administration tool, which is our back-end command center for administrators and directors to manage users, manage clinical content, run reports, we do have different remote monitoring settings and reporting that takes place. Within here, I can create different alarm thresholds for the different vital settings. So for instance, with my oxygen saturation, anyone on a patient's care team will be notified if their oxygen drops below 94%. Okay, and then each alarm threshold can be set up for each specific vital measurement. We have a full reporting section as well, so you can run in-depth reports on the patient's vitals by patient. You can select a specific date range. I just have this week pulled up, but if you did want to pull up the patient's vitals for the past month or year, you could absolutely do that. And then you'll get dropped into an interactive dashboard. And within the dashboard will be their vital readings for each measurement that was taken. So as you can see, my patient had skipped Monday, and if I hover over the specific date, it will give me the value. Okay, and I just took a reading this morning for this patient, and their temperature was at 98.1. You also have the ability, if you do need to download the raw data and the report, let's just say you're working with a referral source or an outside physician, or you want to upload some of this data into your EHR, you can download the report with or without PHI. We also do have a remote monitoring intervention section. So this would be for any patients that have abnormal values or abnormal readings within there. So if a patient goes below the minimum threshold or outside the maximum threshold, all patients will be displayed in here. You can also choose a date range for this as well. It doesn't need to be done on a daily basis. You can pull up all your patients with abnormal readings for the past week. You can see the patient's previous reading. So what was their reading before the last, and that specific vital measurement. So this one's for oxygen level. What their current reading is, and you can see the trend that they're decreasing slowly. And directly from here, you have two actions. I can either resolve it if I know the patient has been attended to, someone has reached out to the patient, as you can see, Matt McClure down here, someone has gone ahead and resolved this, or I could simply message them directly from the report. So we spent a lot of time, making sure actions can be done very quickly within the platform. There doesn't need to be a lot of jumping back and forth to look at the patient profile. I can send James Cook here a secure message, text, or email directly from the report as an administrator or director. And then I can also send it on behalf of someone else. So if specific nurse, let's just say Dean Klein is on vacation, or I'm responding for him, I can send it directly on behalf of him. Again, we connect with Bluetooth low energy devices using our platform, using a patient's smartphone or tablet. So please go to www.cinzy.com and request more information and view our specific RPM remote patient monitoring landing page for any more information. Thank you for everyone's time today.